Welcome to the Veracruz Valley here in the Mexican-American War. We are playing some more Victoria Total War, and this time, as you could probably imagine, we're going to be doing America against Mexico. Now, Santa Anna's large army is headed this way, and let me tell you, I'm not exactly looking forward to facing it. We're going to have to, of course, put a stop to it, and unfortunately, they're going to have the uphill advantage here. There's almost no way around it. Do want to go ahead, unlimber our artillery. Hopefully that's going to be close enough. We do have, I believe, 2 cavalry units, and I'm going to keep them both over here, because I think that if any victory is going to happen, it's going to have to come from this hill. Well, let's start the battle, boys.
We are ready to defend,
and
sir.
we are indeed ready to defend. I think first things first, we got to take this big old chunk of troops and get them up on some sort of hilly area. And it looks like we're completely downhill here, as you can see. So to get up to that hilly area, we're going to have to make a quick rush. Let's go there now. Might bring the cavalry up just as defense. I'm just going to have them kind of trot behind the infantry. I'm not forcing them forward at speed or anything like that. But it's clear that we have to take the fight to Mexico. We've got to use these woods to our advantage and put a stop to the enemy army. Now, they greatly outnumber us. However, a majority of the Mexican forces here are militia, and hopefully that's going to make our job just a little bit easier. You can also see just getting to the battlefield is going to take a little while for both armies.
Sir, copy, sir.
So, of course, being prepared before the enemy even gets here would be tremendous. I'm going to start setting up over here, guys. I'm going to start getting up on top of the hill. And once we need to fall back, we can fall back to the woods. In fact, I think what we're going to do, we're going to take another one of these infantry units and we're going to set him up in the woods. So, just in case our first group falls back and has to retreat, we'll have another unit over here just waiting for the enemy. I want to make sure that we've got the high ground, though, and getting the high ground here is going to mean moving pretty damn close to the enemy. Well, let's go. I'm sending the men forward now. Move, boys. Double quick, get up on that hill, or else we're not winning this fight.
Colonial line of foot. Colonial line of foot.
I'm going to try to extend the line, although this is going to take a little while, and we're not taking into account how long it's going to actually take for our men to climb this hill. But once they get up here, then they'll be getting some pretty decent shots on the Mexican foe. And I'm hoping that since our men are somewhat better trained, that they can come out with a victory, despite Santa Anna's forces outnumbering us. Here we go, guys. We're going to start setting up. Setting up for kneeling fire and fire by rank. Let's do it over here as well. Look at that, enemy cavalry on the way. Send our cavalry up. Got some dragoons to shoot them down. And those lanceros are going to be a problem. So let's deal with the lancers. Oh boy, we've got some more cavalry attacking us over here on this flank too. Gonna try not to worry about them until they become an actual problem. Fire. Open fire, boys. Bit too late to be going into a square. That's why we're going to just go ahead and get our dragoons to deal with them, as well as our hussars over here. Alright, right past our line. Let's get in the square. And hopefully this will be sufficient to fight off the lancers. There we go, folks. We've got something. Let's take a look at our boys up here. Got to get them into the correct firing position. There we go. Kneel fire, boys. Kneel fire. Gonna have these guys move. Alright, let's take a shot at the National Guard first. Here we go, boys. The Guardia Nacional. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. Some pretty devastating shots. Alright, well, we stopped that cavalry, guys, so we're going to start moving our men in, trying to get a sort of circular pattern of fire here. Although we would have to actually change their firing style, so instead, I'm just going to open fire from here. Do the same with these guys. Move a little bit closer and try to hit the enemy's flank. We're also going to bring in the Dragoons, but so far our boys are holding up, guys. Unbelievable. But they're doing a wonderful job. This is good. Give them hell. I love that double fire. That is just wonderful, of course. Let's take a look over here. Front lines. Look at that, guys. Feet away from each other. Unbelievable. We shall not surrender. We shall fight to the end, boys. But look at that. Enemy cavalry getting behind us. We're going to have to get into square formation. I'll also try to shoot them down with the infantry back here. What a frustrating attack by the Lanceros. Let's try to do the same to the enemy. We've got these Dragoons for a reason, and I'm actually going to spread them out so that they get a wider arc of fire on the enemy. Come on, boys. Lancers. Not too shabby. Now, what I do want to do, let's restructure this infantry. And so far, guys, I'm amazed, but we are holding them off. I want to bring up this guy, and I want to see... Yeah, that's the general. Let's just see if we can keep the general safe over here. What else do we have? We have another infantry unit. We want to bring him to the front. But we got ourselves a proper Victorian-era battle here. Absolutely beautiful. Light foot! Fire! Mexican forces are starting to fall back, at least in the center, guys. This is what we want to see. Abren fuego on the Colonial Saber Cavalry. And they're actually off their horses here, just providing, you know, pretty much suppressive fire. So we want to shut them down. Abran fuego! Shoot, boys! That's what I'm talking about. A wonderful shot there so far by our men. I almost feel like pushing forward a bit. And we kind of are with this unit right here. Let's just push forward, open fire. State foot infantry here. And I think I want to target the militia just because I think they would break a little bit faster than the rest of the enemy. But I think it's time to send in the cavalry. Let's go ahead, toggle melee mode, and I'm going to try to run down these guys, the militia. Once the enemy sees that their rear has fallen apart and that they have no more men holding this area, I feel like we should be able to take a victory home. Here we go. For America. There we go, boys. For Texas. Remember the Alamo. And there we go. That is going to be a triumph indeed, boys. Absolutely beautiful. Of course, we're going to continue the fight there. I just want to take a look over the battlefield and kind of see what's going on. I mean, wow. Talk about an absolute and utter bloodbath here. Our men are still chasing plenty of enemies off the field. I'm curious to see, though, what kind of casualties we took on our lines over here. Now, like I said, we definitely had better technology than the enemy did, but we absolutely still took a number of hits here. Look at just our line. So many good American soldiers, unfortunately, not making it to the end of the battle. But man, it was a fun one. Now, if you guys enjoy these sort of battles in Victoria Total War, then make sure to let me know in the comments down below, and we'll certainly play some more.